What's up guys, the Bobcat here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Now, originally I wasn't planning on doing this. I was planning on waiting a bit, then going through Dark Souls 1, then on to Dark Souls 2. But, funny story, after completing the final part of the Fallen Enchantress, Scholar of the First Sin popped up on the sort of highlights, the highlights I think it's called, and so I got it and now we're playing it. Again, it wasn't my first choice of what I was going to do, but since it popped up, might as well do it. And we are going to start a new game. I already have a continue going. That is because for audio checking reasons mostly. So let's begin a new game of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. I am going to skip the intro movie. I've watched it through already. It's no different from the previous one. From the Dark Souls 2, which isn't the Scholar of the First Sin. So, let us begin. And I will quickly skip it. I didn't want to skip it, but it's easier for me if I do. Hopefully it's not too loud either. So for anyone who doesn't know what Dark Souls is, check it out on other people's videos. This is Dark Souls 2, not Dark Souls 1. We'll skip that movie as well, it's just us standing up. And here we are. I'm a bit nervous about doing this. I don't really know what to say. I mean, I just kind of saw it and started recording, so hopefully I'll do a good job. This is our character. At the moment we are kind of boring and normal and undead. Yeah, we've been afflicted by what's known as the Curse of the Undead. For anyone who doesn't know the story of Dark Souls, the Curse of the Undead, humans get branded with it and we become undead, meaning that we cannot die, and every time we die we just come back. And over thousands of times it's happening, eventually we will go hollow, and that sort of death as it was, as we lose all memories and don't know what to do. Yes, those are monkeys, you can attack them, I wouldn't recommend it. They will kill you, especially early on. So, we're going to head to this tree, which has a house in it, and speak to the occupants. And this will begin the character creation. I will actually be quiet through this.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
So we're going to put our name in. This character I am going to call Arthur. I think that's how you spell Arthur. Yeah, but that's what I'm going to call this character. Specifically because this character is going to be sort of the I don't know how to say it, but it's a homage, I suppose, to my first Dark Souls character from Dark Souls 1, which I will also be naming Arthur later on, as it was my first character I picked the game with. So, let's continue talking to the old ladies. Yes, that is our name.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing. It's a human effigy. Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be? Think back, deep into your past. Yes, it's an effigy of you.
And thus we begin the character creation. And our hand looked delicious. Anyway, for this character it's going to be a female character, because I usually play male characters, and Arthur was female, due to a mistake I made when creating them. Hair, coming off the ponytail with red hair. Again, it's a homage to my first character, so that is what they had. And that's the extent of the character creation I care about. We can also have other things like tattoos on our face, should we choose, but I don't really care about that sort of stuff. Now, in regards to class, we've got a bunch of different classes. We have the warrior, knight, swordsman, bandit, cleric, sorcerer, explorer, and deprived. So the warrior, battle-scarred warrior, high strength, dexterity, skilled with weapons. As you can see down in the corner over here where these arrows are, it's got very high strength, very high dexterity, low adaptability, intelligence, and faith, along with attunement, quite low vitality. Is that vitality? Yep. Endurance, vigor. And I would not recommend taking the warrior as your first class, because that weapon they have absolutely sucks. It's a terrible weapon. So you might as well just take the knight if you're going to take a warrior. The knight is got a lot more HP, which is always good early game. Good survivability with it. Decent strength, decent dexterity, decent what is that? Adaptability. Very low intelligence, moderate faith, low attunement, some vitality, and some endurance. And as you can see, that's what they attribute to us. So strength allows us to wield heavier weapons and boosts our attack, or dexterity as well. It depends on the scaling of the weapon. Adaptability boosts our immunity frames when rolling. Intelligence is magic. Faith is, well, faith. It's miracles, not magic. Attunement is number of spells. Vitality is your equip load. Endurance is your stamina, and vigor is your HP. We'll see more of that when we level up. Have the swordsman next. Much more dexterity, a lot less strength. Mostly a very good class actually, swordsman. Starting off as a swordsman or a knight is very it's a good idea. They've got some good weapons on them. We've got the bandits. I've never played a bandit before. High dexterity despite the fact he's using a strength weapon. But yeah. Bandit, cleric, miracle based, high miracles, high strength, decent vitality. The reason the cleric only has one piece of armor is because, as you can see actually, 4 pieces of armor, 4 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 3 piece, well, 2 piece there, 3 piece and nothing. The reason that is because the armor that this character is wearing is quite high level, and you won't really get it later on. So that's why it's only wearing 1 piece. Sorcerer, the magic one. Explorer. Explorer's an interesting one because you start with a lot of nice items. You start with some witching herbs, some aromatic ooze, a ferrous lockstone. Ooh, ferrous lockstone. That leaves me a great temptation to take the explorer. But no, I'm going to take a knight to start off with. I usually start with knight, and I like the class. I like the class a lot. So, we're going to take knight. Starting gift, the life ring is not very useful. It's just a slight HP boost. Human effigies are always nice. Healing wares, if you need healing early on, might as well go for it. Gives you a lot of decent healing items. Homeward Bone, let's teleport back to bonfires. Sea of the Tree of Giants. Now, this thing is mostly for PvP. It allows you to turn enemies against the invader, which is quite funny, but I'm not going to take it. The bonfire aesthetic and the petrified something. Now, the petrified something is useless, pretty much, apart from from 2 characters we will meet very early on. And the bonfire aesthetic lets you kindle a bonfire to make the enemies tougher and put it into New Game Plus, at least that specific area. I'm going to take the Petrified Something, and I know I'm rushing through this very quickly. It's mostly because I don't like wasting time, and I feel as though I am. So the Petrified Something we will exchange for an item of some description. Might be really good, might be terrible. We'll have to see. So I think the old ladies are going to speak some more, so I will be quiet if they are. Is this your true self? Yes, it is.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse. You're no different, I should think. Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know. Go through the door and trot along to the kingdom. But remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Well, aren't they nice? So, here is our character. We start off equipment-wise with a broadsword, which is quite a nice weapon. It's not great, but I like it. Got the falconer armor as well, which gives us a nice, some nice defenses. And to start off with, first thing we're going to do is head out here and pick up some items and fight our first enemy, and hopefully I won't mess it up. So, combat-wise, we've got our nice basic horizontal swings. We've got our heavy swings, that's a light swing. Heavy swings, very heavy slashing ones. We two-hand the weapon, got more diagonal based and horizontal again. And power attack, again the horizontal. Very horizontal weapon, this one. Probably why I'm not a great fan of it. I kind of prefer the longsword. I like having a thrusting attack. Rolling R1, uppercut slash. Rolling R2, which there isn't really. Jumping attack, if I figure out how to do it. How do you do the jumping attack now? Come on, why aren't you working? Sorry, just messing around with the controls. Haven't played in a while. Ah, that. Nope. I will figure it out. That's how you jump. Well, I can't figure out how to do the jumping attack. Whatever. I'm going to come down here and grab some small, smooth and silky stones. We will use them, again, for the same reason we used to find something. I'm going to head back over here. Get a look at the view around while we're at it. This is in 1080p as well, because my other recording software decided not to work, even though it works fine with Dark Souls 2. Not Scholar of the First Sin though, which is weird. But we're going to come through this little hidden area. As you can see, we've got some big footprints. A bit scary. And they lead up to our first enemy, which is this guy. He's an ogre. Hopefully he won't kill me. Excuse me. And wait for him to make himself vulnerable. Attacks, dodge out of the way. That was close, I thought I was going to get hit. Get behind him, he'll do his down move, so we'll try and get him to do that. And we'll just wail on him. It's been a while since I played Dark Souls 2, it feels nice to be back. Not get sat on. Power attack. You can do this to get past him. Try not to stand in front of him if possible, he has a lot of really nasty attacks that can hurt. Uh oh. Ooh, that was close. That sick can really do some damage if it gets you. You can see our stamina regen in the top corner. And he's dead. Nice and easy. 1000 souls to start off with. And we get the stone ring. The stone ring, we'll pop it just here, Reduces enemy poise. This allows us to stagger enemies easier. This beloved ring of the gallant shieldless Lothian, formerly of Ferosa, hits greatly reduce enemy poise. The effect may seem trivial, but for those who comprehend how critical it is to exploit a hole in enemy's defences, this is the significance of the wedge of this clear. Yeah, I butchered that horribly. I need to get a drink. We should also look at the item descriptions for our other stuff as well. Straight sword is sufficient in most respects, and effective in most situations if wielded properly. Sorry, thought I heard something outside. There are those who aspire to master the sword are certain to wield this at some point during their journey. And we've got the falconer armour. There's a wood pigeon outside. Sorry, got distracted. Armour worn by the Vulcan falconers. Domestic Vulcan soldiers are infamously timid, so it is no wonder that this fierce band of mercenary falconers was hard to compensate. In practice, they serve as bodyguards for the affluent elite, and they serve well, such that nobody dares to scrutinise their backgrounds. We probably won't see any falconers. Actually we will. If we have a bonfire aesthetic we can go and see some, but we didn't take the bonfire aesthetic, nor am I interested in fighting them, so we won't see any Vulcan falconers for a while. So, back in here, we're going to head upstairs, and since all these old ladies were so kind to us, we're going to rob their house. Because that's what you do. Get some human effigies out of it, well, one specifically. Human effigy lets us become human again. A warm, soft, shadow-like effigy. Use this item to reverse hollowing. It also weakens the links to other worlds, preventing invasions and cooperation. Peer closely at the effigy and one begins to perceive a human form, but whose form it takes depends on the person looking. So that'll allow us to turn back human when we die. I'm actually hoping not to die in this run, so I do want to try and do that. There is a ring you get for not dying, so I'm hoping to get that. Yeah, these two don't have much to say, but this maid here does.
This is a limbo. A link between Drangleic and the outer world. Fair traveller, I know that you must have a story. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost, decayed kingdom.
So, Drangleic is where we are going. Because I skipped the intro cutscene, you don't get to see a sort of the backstory. I recommend you go watch it on someone else's channel, at least the intro cutscene, due to the fact that I don't want to have to deal with copyright issues. That's why I skipped it. So we're going to keep talking until we exhaust her dialogue options.
My name is Millibeth. The old women were once firekeepers. I am here to look after them. It is what my mother did, and her mother before her, and so on. The old women were keepers, but now the fire shows signs of fading, and the kingdom is beset by hollows. The old women are sisters. I am told there was a fourth. Long ago, firekeepers were commonplace. But now they are lost, scattered to the winds. The old women are long ago, but now...
So firekeepers are a thing from Dark Souls 1, because I haven't really done that yet, you might not know what they are. But they tend the fire, as it were. Now, the fourth firekeeper is the one from the cutscene, if I'm not mistaken. I might be, my Dark Souls lore is not amazing. But in the cutscene there was another woman dressed like these three. So I imagine she's the fourth firekeeper, and she probably sat here. So we're going to talk to the one who spoke to us earlier.
You must go on a journey without rest. Well, I suppose if you find yourself at an impasse. But if your will is yet unbroken, then you may return here to start again with a clean slate.
Isn't she kind? That's
Now go along.
all she says. So we're gonna head out the door now and begin our journey through towards Majula. So we're gonna light this bonfire. No reason to rest. Well, there is, I suppose. We'll rest in the Firekeeper's dwelling. We're resting because it restores the durability of our sword, and our durability on our sword's not great, especially since I just did that. You can see that little red bar has gone down under the weapon. And moving along, we enter Things Betwixt. Well, it's pretty much where we are at the moment. As you can see, we've got all these fog gates. We're going to do this area. We've got 10 minutes. We should be able to get through it in 10 minutes and end up in Majula by half an hour. First enemies, some travellers who are like us. I didn't actually look at the description of the clothes we were wearing when we got here. So we'll have to do that. In fact, we'll do it now, quickly. We'll just go over here. Imported hood. Hemp hood that fully covers the face, provides protection from the elements and little more. The cursed souls who wander the lands have strange ways of ending up here, as if drawn from afar by some force. And I think all of them says that. Yeah, it won't offer much in terms of protection. So that's what we were wearing when we came here, and then we got our gear. So, I'm just going to be running through this quickly, gathering up some nice amount of souls. As you can see down there, there is a there's another ogre and a coffin boat thing. We're not going to go down there for a long time, because those ogres are a lot tougher than the one we fought earlier. From backstab. That's pretty much what this tells you. These are all tutorial areas as well, so you can skip them. I'm going through them because I want to get the items and the souls. So we've got ourselves a dagger. Dagger's quite nice actually. It's got very high critical damage, so it can really hurt if you hit someone with it. So we're going to switch over to it briefly and try and sneak up on this guy here. Oh no, he's not facing us. He's facing us, never mind. Well, in that case, I'm just going to walk up to him and chop him. There are... well, there isn't one in here. Rolling attack. So yeah, tutorial area, not much to really do. Just kill some whores. This area does get a bit tougher in New Game Plus especially. You can have some really nasty enemies spawn. Some black phantoms. Which we will probably not see. Well, actually we will see some. So, I suppose we'll see those later. Get a life gem. Our life gem is our current healing item. We don't have any Estus flasks. Small gem made up of crystallized souls gradually restores a small amount of HP. So, they're our healing item. We haven't used any yet. Hopefully we won't have to use them too often. And here we find this nest that happens to have
You, give it, Mood. Yes, you! Give us Silky!
so they want smooth and silky stones. Well, why not give them to them? We have one. So we go leave. As you can see.
So nice, so smooth. Yeah! Silky smooth!
And they give you items. We got a lost soul of an undead. Probably one of the worst items you can get. Yes, be quiet. We're also going to drop the petrified something here. What did we get? We got Twinkling Titanite. Quite nice. You can actually get some really good stuff from that petrified something. We didn't get lucky, unfortunately, but it matters very little, actually. We're not going to slide down here. What we're going to do is drop down here, hopefully not bounce off the edge. We didn't. Grab the soul of a nameless soldier. I do want to try and collect most things around. And we're going to go in here. There is really no reason to do this. I'm just doing it because I want to do it and also pass the time. I'd rather not get started on Majula. I'd like to have that in a full part. Oh, he looks a bit tougher. Well, he wasn't much tougher. So this is where we learn to jump. Alley-oop. I nearly missed that. Again, Amber Herb. Not very useful. It's for restoring spells. We don't have any spells, so it's not very good for us. Head up this ladder. And up here we get, what? Forget. Nothing, just... well, learn how to do plunging attacks. So, why not do one? Nice. Oh, we're out of stamina. There we go. And we'll head through there. We can also head down here. I'm not sure what's down here. Where's this lead? Oh. A cracked red eye orb. Oh, nice. That's used for PvP and invading people. Which I'm probably not going to do because I suck at PvP. Occasionally. I have had some good times before in PvP. I suppose I haven't spoken about what sort of character I want this one to be. And because it's... that's weird, I don't remember him being there. There are some differences, I'm not going to lie. I do not remember him being there. Is he stone? Oh. Oh, this is very different. So Scholar of the First Sin changed a lot. It cost me the 15 gig download as well, which is annoying, but it changes some stuff that has been going on. And apparently, we can't get in there. Oh, that is cool. Usually you could get around there and kick that tree down, or go down there right on, but now we can't. That is very interesting. I'm going to be looking at a lot of differences, if possible. So we can't get in that tree, we're going to have to come back for that. Which is certainly very interesting. We'll need to get a fragrant branch of Yore to do that. Let me guess, illusionary wall. Yeah, that's a lie. There is no hidden path. This place again, regret, tough, rear. Okay, whatever. And we have entered, praise sun, good luck, Majula. This is going to be our hub area. Over there is the bonfire we're going to want to get to. Now, we've got a minute 30 left-ish. So we're going to try and grab up all the items around here, get some divine blessings. I am planning on going back to Dark Souls 1 as well. I was originally going to do that, but since Scholar of the First Sin has come out, might as well do this. So we're going to loot this area. We'll light the bonfire first. We'll talk to... actually, what do we want to do? This is the fire. I'm not sure, we've got 2 minutes left. So I suppose we'll talk to everyone around, and then we'll sort stuff out. Here, we have the Emerald Herald.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
We've got an Estus flask.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
So we can now level up, should we choose? In regards to this build, I don't think I mentioned it actually. I think I started but then stopped. What I want to do for it is, it's going to be a strength build, so heavy weapons. And I also want to mess around with miracles and hexes, because I've never done it before. In fact, I pretty much always ignore spells, so I want to give them a whirl. Up here we have this. Tells you how many deaths worldwide. I think that's because this is Scholar of the First Sin and not Dark Souls 2, so there's only, what is that? About 1,700,000? No, it's not, it's 176,796. What an interesting amount of numbers. Letters are one beyond recognition. Well, here we have the Crestfallen Warrior. He's a recurring character in the games.
You're undead, aren't you? You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
So he's very depressive, as you can tell. We are going to end the video here though, because we've hit 30 minutes. I hope you all are going to enjoy this series, and hopefully I'm not going to butcher it too hard and make a massive fool of myself, and hopefully I can keep it interesting as well. I'm still debating whether or not to skip some of the dialogue, but this is technically an expansion, so I did say it changed stuff, so I might listen to most of it. But regardless, I hope you all have enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.